My name is Jo and I'm an advocacy and support worker. I recently worked with a lady who was widowed earlier in the year, 75 years old, with multiple care needs, including diabetes, mobility problems, cataract problems. She had a past history of depression and also a history of falls. She had full capacity, but also some issues of memory loss. She had no children and no close family, and that's why she needed my help. The issues that I supported her with included originally to help setting up direct debits for bills payment. It became apparent when I visited her, though, that her home was in a poor state of repair. She had a leaking window in her bedroom. Parts of the external wall of her mobile home were damaged and not airtight. She had unstable rails outside, which meant that there was a further risk of falls for her, and a very old boiler, which was no longer working properly. In addition to this, her husband had been the account holder for all of their bills, for the energy suppliers and utilities. Her paperwork was very disorganised. She didn't know where to find things. And she found that there were certain letters coming through from companies regarding overpayments of various different things, and she needed help with contacting them. So what I was able to do was contact the utility suppliers, arrange what needed to be done in order to change her name to be the account holder, and provide the various different death certificates and things like that for them. After that was done, then I was able to help her set up the direct debits for these accounts. I also made inquiries to places like Warmfront and the local authority to find out what grants were available so that she could get a new boiler. Because her husband had served in the armed forces, I applied to the British Legion for a grant to make repairs to her property. I helped her with reorganising her paperwork and sorting out some kind of filing system so that she knew where to find things when she needed them. And I also wrote letters on her behalf to the companies explaining her situation and her problems and asking them to write off the requests that they'd made for her. The outcomes of this case were that all the bills were then changed to her name so that she was able to contact them in the future and discuss without having to do anything else. This meant that she felt in control of her own finances. She had a bank account in her own name, so she knew what money was going in and going out at a glance, and that was important to her. We obtained a council grant to replace her boiler, so this obviously meant that she had proper, efficient heating ready for the winter. We also got a social service grant to install one set of rails outside of her house. Obviously, this was a safety issue and preventing further accidents for her. The British Legion also provided a grant, and that meant that we could replace the window in her bedroom, repair the rendering on her external walls, make sure that everything was properly airtight, repaired the guttering, and also another set of rails at the other exit to her property. This meant that her property was improved in appearance, in warmth and security for her.